Right, let's get this show on the road. I've collected all the quests already, so let's start with this one. This one used to be a higher level. I'm sure it did. When you first came here, a lot of the quests were different levels, and I'm sure this was a higher one. But never mind her. Nice and easy does it, Easy mode. Get this skinning up. I was in Stormwind earlier, just looking at the professions. I nearly went to go and learn enchanting and realised, because I seen smelting down there, I forgot that I'd got skinning as well. Easy money. Mining and skinning. Right, should we queue for a dungeon? Yeah, why not? I'd actually rather have Ragefire Chasm than Dead Mines. So we know what that means. If it does pop, it will be Dead Mines.
Be careful.
Not that promising though, is it, when it doesn't say an average time? Never know though, never know. Right, let's go in here and look for this necklace. Then what else we got? Murlocs. I don't recognise that one. It has been a while though since I've levelled through the Alliance Zone in the Cataclysm expansion. Most of the time I've levelled through here, it's been through Classic, which I will be doing after I've finished the SOD Warrior. I'll be creating a Night Elf Rogue. Quite looking forward to that. It probably won't be as good as this, mind. Cataclysm just flows better, the levelling, I find. There's just so much more quests to do, isn't there? And we've got a mount soon as well, that'd be nice. Level 20. Only 4 levels to go. Depending on if dungeons pop, I could maybe do that today. Ah, there we go. Nice and easy. I seen a video the other day from Scotty J and he mentioned about Joyous Journeys. He thinks it's going to come this week. So that would be quite good. Make sure we do actually get to max level before MoP. I can imagine we will. Because even if it got announced earlier than it was meant to, all I would do is I'd just focus more on these videos than I would on my other ones to make sure it was 85 in time for MoP coming out. Which should be what? July maybe? I'm hoping it just coincides with when I've got the week off. That would be perfect timing. I think it's like the 21st of July. But I've got this week off now, so I'll enjoy this one while I can. It will no doubt be a busy week of training, making videos and reading. My 3 favourites. I've got the Shadow Casket to finish, the Untethered Soul, and the Choice by Edith Eger. Probably won't get the Shadow Casket finished. I've got like 600 odd pages still to go. I can't see me doing all that. The only book which I've read like that quickly in a week would have been Empire of the Vampire. I think I read that in about a week. It's about 700 pages long. I think that must have been during a week off that. I was going to say during COVID, but I think it came out after COVID. What's he doing under there, look? I was watching a bit of a CrossFit documentary earlier. I've never really watched CrossFit before, but I've been listening to a documentary by, is it Ben Bergeron? Let's double check my Audible. Yeah, Ben Bergeron, Chasing Excellence. A story about building the world's fittest athletes. Been quite an interesting listen, even though I've never really been bothered by CrossFit. The lessons still transition across to other sports, or just life in general, to be honest. pretty much a lot of it's about not focusing on the end goal, but working on the present, which you hear for a lot of things, don't you? Focusing on the here and now, not worrying about the end goal. You put 100% focus into the here and now, the end goal will take care of itself. Oh, already a level up. How much rest did we got there? Is that the whole bar? Looks like it. Put that in there. Next talent's at 19. That's not too bad. Still get them quite regular. Not every level like we used to, but MoP's going to change that, where I think it's every 15 levels. We got a queue yet? Wailing Caverns is locked at Redfire Chasm. But that once before I said deadlines, I'll leave it and join it again, see if that makes any difference. No. Pre-workout. Bag work today. Hopefully it's not like last time when I went to do bag work. I wasn't good at all. My stomach was a bit dodgy, shall we say, before I went. I went to the toilet like 5 times, and then so when I got to the gym, half an hour on a bike to warm up, I thought, oh, I feel alright now. Went on the bag. I thought, I'll do 10 rounds. 5 rounds in, my leg cramped up that badly, I collapsed to the floor and couldn't move. I was like, oh, that was good. So once I could finally move, I stretched and went home. Let's hope that doesn't happen today. I've never had that happen like that badly before. I once had cramp in my entire lower half, but that was after like a 7-hour black belt test. And even that wasn't as painful as that was last week. It was just more annoying. Need to put that back on. I bet we don't really see many people leveling. I was going to say it's early, but 7:53 in the morning, Sunday morning, it's not really that early, is it? This video isn't going out on Sunday though. I'll probably put it out for Tuesday. I've already got a video coming out tomorrow. This sod one. I think we've got 1.5 levels to go to get to 60 on that warrior. Is it 1.5? Something like that. Just in Eastern Plague Lands at the moment on it. Plenty of quests to do there, so that'll take us to 60. And then we start the Night Elf Rogue. Oh yes. I like Car, it still feels like classic to me. Hello. Contrary to what people say. I did 2 of those, is it Night Vision? Horror? I don't know what they're called. What they were in BFA, they're now in retail, where you go in like a Stormwind, which is sort of overtaken and run down. It's an awful description now of what they are. Not really that fussed by them, to be honest. I was quite excited for them to come back, and then when I actually did 2 the other day, I thought, I'm not bothered by this. I mainly just log on every now and again just to keep stuff in my mind, just so I know how to crack with what's going on, because I will obviously play retail going forward at some point. It's one of those things where I'm always just hoping for the next expansion to grip me, and this one's been good in and out. Some bits I've enjoyed, like the delves are good, but I'd prefer a different aesthetic, like I've said in the past. I only really like leveling one of the zones. The first one, Isle of Dawn. Other than that, the other ones, I'm not that bothered about. Like I said, they just don't feel like proper zones. Not like this does. Or any of the vanilla ones. Two more eyes. Now you think I'd be able to get quite a few eyes off these spiders, wouldn't you? Not just 1 per each. Do we still need the condors? Don't need that anymore. That was a pain on the ass, wasn't it, that one? Getting him over there. Those dragon whelps getting in the way as well. We need tin as well now. This is going to be hard to keep on top of this, because your level obviously is so much quicker than we once did. I put a little tabard on there, look, before I logged on, and took his helm off. I went to see if I could do any transmog, but when I went, can I get them over there? Yeah. There wasn't anything I could really do. All I could do was take his hat off. I couldn't seem to transmog those to a high level item. I don't know whether it's because I'm not high enough level yet. I presume it's that. I could do the sword, but it looked weird having a higher level sword transmogged with that gear. I thought I couldn't do wedding cabins. It said it was locked. Oh well. Ancestors watch over me. I used to hate this one in Classic. I think Kata is this. Is it the shorter version? Much better with the map. Yo. I haven't got any AoE, have I? That's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? I could have done with some really festive here, like Divine Storm. I can't skin them. Bloody hell. Let's hope I actually pick up enough hides to complete the quest. I bet I don't get the flowers one. There's always, everyone runs off and gets them, don't they? What we got as a tank seems to be able to take on a lot. I'll get out of that. You can put me to sleep, innit? Yep. Always me, innit? Always me. I see one. That's going to be annoying because it shows me. It looks like I can loot them, but it's just because I can skin them. But I actually can't skin them because I have the skill high enough. Like I said, I knew it was going to be an issue, this, because of the speed of the leveling. Should have reduced that. Could have sworn that was more before. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, it's a good thing. Means I have a good chance of actually doing the quest. You just pop out from there. Increase damage done by 15%, healing and health whenever you use dungeon tool. Why would you not? Why would you randomly form a group? I can't even catch these devils up. Not a bloody race. What is the tank anyway? Human warrior. Yeah, he's been moved. Hasn't he? I'm just chatting crap, aren't I? Why do I keep doing that? You know you've got heirloom ship. They're not going to be better, are they? I'm so used to not having it though. Is that one done? Nice, so it's only 5 of those. Deviate hide 6. And then just kill all of these. So what can we get for that? No items. This one, no items. That one, nothing by the looks of it. I suppose those technically are better than ours. Might get the odd item though. Never know, do you? Never know. 3 more. Oh, little chest there. That's only a large battered. It's a solid chests are the ones we want. Two people just level up there. I think it was the warlock and his void, wasn't it? The chances of 2 random people leveling up at the same time would be remote. How many levels do you think we'll get in here? 17. I think we might get to 19. Because we've got the quest to hand him. And then the XP from doing it as a random. And obviously just the XP from the mobs as well. So yeah, we'll probably get a fair bit up just in this dungeon alone. Might have to get a picture of it in here just for the second thumbnail. Ooh. Why does it say mine are better? They're not, are they? Can I stun these? Yeah. Decent. One more and then take that. Naughty those. I won't do it though. I'll only need on male stuff. Can't be nicking people's leather. They are good though, aren't they? 7 agility, 7 stamina. Isn't there a naughty pair of male ones? Doesn't show you, does it? Where art thou? That would have been nice. Not really a lot we can get in here. Those feet would be decent. Other than that, ring. No, not a lot. XP though, innit? It just ticks another place off. Might have to try and work on that in the next expansion. Going through and getting some more transmog items. Last day, well, I say last day today. Technically, if anyone watching this, it won't be on your day, but we'll pretend it is. The Premier League means absolutely nothing now. Now, Liverpool have already won the league. Arsenal, my team, has already finished second. Important for the people going for Champions League though. Like with Chelsea, City, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. It's going to be massive for them. And bank holiday today. That means all the pubs and that will be open. Not that we'll be drinking. No, not allowed any drinks until the end of July. I think it could be 4 weeks since I've last touched anything. Definitely feel better for it. Doesn't fuck up my training. Go on. Oh, you little devil. Right. There. Oh, what's that? Worgens. I always said I was going to make one of those just so I could go back through that zone, the starting bit. I haven't been through a Worgen leveling zone for, honestly, years. Must be. Miles better than the Goblin one. Goblin one's terrible. It's not really a race I've ever liked, to be honest. I thought they should have just been stayed as they were, neutral, because that's what they are in the lore. I remember reading one of the books, and there was a goblin who, I think he visited Undercity and then he visited Stormwind. One idea I had is how you could play a goblin, and you could do both sets of quests, so you could do Alliance and Horde quests, But if you played that race, you couldn't do PvP because they were neutral. So as a goblin, you could go into all the alliance bases, all the horde ones, but you can't do PvP. So that'd be interesting. People would probably use it to play the auction house, like, but that doesn't really matter these days, does it? Because people buy gold, so wouldn't matter too much. I remember when there was that system of putting stuff on the auction house, Stranglethorn Veil on one character, your horde character, and then buying it off it for the alliance if you wanted to transfer money. Reputation with Starman going up. I like it when there's not that many like that. You look on retail now, it's just crazy. Still like the other day, what they could maybe do, because at the moment you can do Chromie like timeline. You can level 1 to 70 in one of the old zones, and then you level 70 to 80 in the new one. I think they might as well just have it where you can just level 1 to 80 in any expansion you want. And then once it gets to 80, you can do the high level stuff, but you don't have to level in the new zones if you don't want. It'll split the player base up, but let's face it, in retail that doesn't matter, does it? It is basically a single player role playing game. And like these lot might as well just be NPCs, because it makes no difference, does it? Right. I've said hi, no, I said yo, and some other guy said hi, that's it. So what's the difference between that and a normal other game? I am the Serpent King, I can do anything. Right, he's got feet we could maybe have. Maybe to get a picture of him. No, actually no. Looking for one for the second thumbnail, I'll see. Don't like that. I'll take a few. Notice how you stand this close, can't even see him. Well, you can't see the full of him. Right, back to the start. Anyone want to teleport out and in? Yeah, I'll do the same then. In my own time, of course.
I am honored.
Alright, let's go with that male. Yes, 1 level. New ability available, Exorcism. Why was it shining on that? As if I had a talent to pick, and then I'll click on it and I don't. Idiots. Exorcism, Hand of Protection. Decent. They started it? Yeah. I did wonder that. They're just saying, and this is not a secret boss, this is the last boss. True, people forget it always. Yeah, because I wondered why it didn't pop up as expecting it. Do you know when you finish it as a random, you get the bag from here normally, and you get loads of XP. I wonder why that didn't pop up. That's obviously why, because this is now the last boss and not that great big one. Can't wait till we get Divine Storm. Level is it? Not too long to wait. Requires 10 points, so we've got 5 in. I don't have any AoE. I think it's like a good mix at Wrath onwards for dungeons. Like they take a decent amount of time, but not too long. So like vanilla ones take far too long. Retail ones, you absolutely fly through them. So like Wrath onwards are probably a good speed. You don't want to spend all day doing a dungeon. But at the same time, when you go into one and it's like 5 minutes, it's a bit of a joke. Must be gutted for the game designers who spend so long designing them and people don't even get to really experience it or take it in. Where is that druid? Everyone just ran off waiting. That one person's doing it properly. As if that's I've accepted a need on now. Embarrassing. Good to see him actually running now. Ah, now he goes to walking. What do we have in this group anyway? Warlock, priest, warrior. Don't often see male priests. It's always female. Bags are full. Full of crap, mind. Come, Mr. Slowpoke. Right, let's see if this gets us to 19. We're only, what, just under 5 bars in. Wouldn't surprise me if it did. Not long to a mount. Not long at all. Come on. Out you pop. I was just thinking as well, when I seen those first two, at least it's not as slow as it used to be. There we go. It's a bit quicker still. Just me attacking one by one. A couple of those have dropped, haven't they? Mutinous the Devourer. Piss off. Ugh, bloody hell, I should have waited and used it for that. Never mind. I think that priest got rid of that. Good lad. Knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Where on earth have I gone?
I am awake at last.
That would have been tasty, that. No, we didn't get a level up, so we didn't get to 19. I generally thought we would. Thought wrong though, didn't I? But we still got a decent amount there though. Sylvanas there. That's quite a nice lock in it there. I like that. Take a picture. I have a pictures, don't I? Still a lot to do. I'm just going to leave it there for now. Still got plenty to do. I'll go and put a minute in and come back to it tomorrow. Or whenever. I've got the week off, so we can mix and match throughout, can't we? Get to 20 on the next one. And then we'll have mount ready to go, which is perfect. See you later.